ahead with your question.
Can you please re-explain the bit first of all where Buddha says, in the seen is merely the seen, in the heard merely the heard, and the thought merely the thought. Is it just like, I don't know, see it as it is and don't add layers to it?
Yeah, that's what it is. See now, in fact, he gives a Malunkya. In fact, what does he do is he summarizes. You've seen that below he summarizes that what he has understood. And Buddha says that what you've understood is correct. That's how you should see. So that's what is required. Now let's go in detail. Now first thing you need to understand is what is meaning by seen. In the seen, just the seen. In the heard, just the heard. In the sense, just the sense. In the cognize, just the cognize. Right? So then that is what is confusing actually. So it starts like this. If we say chakuncha paticha rupecha upajjati chakku vinyanam, that means with the eye and the sight comes eye consciousness. So there is a contact happening, meaning there's a contact between this body here and that person there. Okay, two things are going to happen. Either I will consider that person is me, or I will consider I am different and that is different. Only these two possibilities can be sensed, right? Can you think any other combination?
I guess like you said, and he said to watch it not mindfully so that you're not clinging to it. Like you said, if you were seeing yourself, that's me in there, or look at my hair or something. That's when you're clinging and grasping.
No, it's not like that. Let me again repeat. Now, I'm sitting here and I'm on the video. You are sitting there and you are on the video. Do you see it's you who is sitting in the video, one option, or do you see I am different and that is different is second option? Or don't you feel anything at all? You don't feel anything. This is me.
I don't feel anything.
Okay. If you really don't feel anything, then there is no seen. There's no seer. There's nothing to be seen. There's nothing to be heard. There's nothing to be sensed. That means you can't smell, you can't touch, you can't taste. And there's no cognition. If that is real. And if that is real, that means you can't be said natena with this or with that. That's what he is explaining there. So if you...
Can you explain that again? Sorry, that when you said natena, by that, in that, by that.
Tatotam Malunkyaputta natena. By that. By whatever object that's not there. So there's no change in happening with you.
Right.
If you truly in that, you would not have any doubt on that. Like what you said, I don't feel anything, that this is two options. Either the person sitting in front of you in the video is you, or it's not you. Or there's no identification at all. If you say there is no identification at all, then that thing, you won't be by that. You are not associated by that.
Okay, yes, I get it. Yeah.
Okay, so if you're truly like that, then you're released. So there is nothing more to be done. You're an Arahat. Over.
Maybe the screen is so tiny on my side. Maybe that's why I can't see.
No, it's not about the screen is tiny or the screen is big. Oh, it really doesn't matter. What matters here is, if not the screen, if I were to stand in front of the mirror and then I am recognizing this is me, which is a normal tendency of the consciousness. It's a normal tendency. because the phassa, the contact which has happened, makes you feel I am.
What if you just kind of stand there and you just think, oh, this is just being, it's just there.
No, that is
no.
You're adding things to that. That's what you're doing, is you're cognizing things and you're trying to force fit it. Oh, this is not me.
Yeah.
See.
What? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of look in the mirror and I don't know. I know it's kind of this, obviously there's something there in the mirror.
No, it's
right?
not only mirror. It's not only the mirror.
No.
It's in anywhere somebody calls you or somebody says anything to you, you hear something, you see something, you taste something, touch something, think something, you have got nothing to do with it. If that is the truth, I guess when somebody calls me, I can't not reply. No. That he's not saying. It's not like asking you to play dumb. No.
Okay.
Even if you were to answer, you know it is not you. Even if you were to use I am coming in a second or I am coming in a minute, you know it's not you, because you're just using the conventions. You're not really associating with yourself. Conventionally, if you ask me, I've spoken to you lot number of times, so if you ask me, I can say, are you Vilas? I'll say I'm Vilas. I'm not going to say I'm a 32 part of the body and this and that and all that, right? So that is stupidity. If you ask me, can you come online? I'll not say what is online, what is offline. Is there really anything called as online? Is there anything called as offline? This is just a computers, there is only network, and all that is not required, right? So we have used a word called as online. So when we say just the cognize, you just cognize, there's no I in that. So it's not me making out of anything there, right? So this, if you say, Vilas, can you come online? I just come online. Vilas, I don't think so, I can meet you at this time. Okay. So there is no feeling of, oh, I should have met, I shouldn't have met, oh, she's horrible, she's good looking, she speaks well, she didn't speak well, she was angry today, she was very happy today. All of these dualities and all that will come only when I exist. I have created an I out of something. So, tatot tam, he uses for Bahi also, he uses for Malunkyaputta, nattena. Yatotam, yatotvam, nattat, nattena in two ways, tato and yato. Then again tato and yato for tat. Thisness and thatness. There's nothing this, there is nothing that. See, we generally use I'm here, I'm there, as though you're going there. So how does that happen? Because eye is here and the sight is there. Ear is here, the sound is there. Nose is here, the smell is there. Tongue is here and the taste is there. Touch is here and the body is there. A body is here, the touch is there. Mind is here and the thoughts are there. They have to come together. So that bringing that togetherness is the vijnana, conscious. So now, can you just cognize it and don't make any story out of it? Is the question. If that is true, tatotvam Malunkyaputta ne vidha na huram na ubhayam antare. It means ne vidha, here. Okay. Na huram, not afterwards. Na ubhayam antare. Ubhaya is that side, this side, middle. which is in between. Neither you are there, nor you are here, nor anywhere in between. And this just is the ending of suffering. Yesavanto dukkhassa. Yes.
Doesn't mean he's just in the present moment. Is that what it means? Like, I'm not in the past. I'm not in the future.
If you put a label called present moment, you're creating again back all of this. Yes, as a statement, we can say that it's present, not moment. It's present, being in the present.
Yeah. So you're not like, so I'm just going to give examples. This doesn't mean like, he's not imagining, let's say, for example, I'm thinking of Fiji, or I'm going to be on that island, blah, 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 that's in the future, so that's making things up. And then, or like you said, when I was in Bangalore or whatever, so you're not going back to the past, that's what it means. Is that right? Not in this world, beyond or in between. What does it mean in between? Yeah.
There is always two ends and the middle. There's always, in anything in your life, you have two ends and a middle. So, first end you have to see, the second end you have to see, and the middle is then seen. So, he is talking to an Arahat. Malunkyaputta becomes an Arahat after this. So he is talking to someone who knows what is in the middle. There is a sutta called Madhya Sutta. In that, there's a middle is indicated. And you should really experience that middle. Like, the eye, the sight, and the consciousness. The consciousness is in the middle. Right? That's in the middle. So there is something in the middle also, like, so it's like this. I see an object. It's you. One second. So there's an object. But do you know it is consciousness which is bringing up that object? No. Because that is not seen. And there is craving. So craving is in the middle. It's like, I go to a desert and I'm looking at water. I can see something like waterish. Not real water, it looks waterish. So I keep going behind it, which is a mirage. So as I start going, the water starts receding. It's as soon as I start running, it keeps on going back. And as soon as I am retreating from there, it seems like that river or whatever water body is following me. In this example, I and the water are two ends. The running there is forgotten. It's the middle. So the craving is the middle. The consciousness can appear only when you have craving. To connect both ends. So the eye and the sight are like that. By themselves, they don't have any connection. Only when the eye comes with the sight, with the consciousness, then there's connection. Yes, go ahead.
Does it almost, when you said when there's craving, does it mean I must want to see?
Well, I didn't understand.
No. The craving to see. No, that's not, no.
So first of all, have you identified the craving? See, this is something even more deeper than what we are talking. So basically, you should identify the craving. Okay, so when you identify the craving, you know the cause of the craving, because the second noble truth is about craving only. So for that, first you should have experienced the dukkha, which is the first noble truth. So we can theoretically say that craving is what makes you to suffer. So what he's saying is Ubhayamantare is the craving which connects two things. It's the seamstress. It will, it's just cloth and then the thread. So you're stitching. Even here, eye and the side is stitched by the consciousness.
Right, yeah.
Okay. And it will stitch as long as there is craving. And if you don't have craving, it cannot stitch anything. So the basic arithmetic is that as long as you crave for something, the consciousness keeps on stitching it. So even to get Nibbana, you need to have craving, but you shouldn't stitch it. Because if you try stitching it, no Nibbana can be found. Only craving can be found, which is the cause of suffering. So the question you and I need to ask for ourselves is, have I experienced the First Noble Truth in its entirety? So the first thing I need to do through Buddha Dhamma, I need to experience the First Noble Truth. And then I know why am I suffering, the Second Noble Truth. Then how to come out of it is the Third Noble Truth. And then what steps I took to come out of it is the Fourth Noble Truth. So what Buddha is explaining is on the Third Noble Truth. Na tena na tatta. These are the two keywords there. And Ubhayamantare. Okay. I don't know how far I could explain to you this very delicate sutta, what you said. It's a most advanced sutta, honestly speaking, but it's good sutta to take. I don't deny that we shouldn't take it, but it is very deep. When I say deep, in the sense that you should have some idea of how this magical illusion is, which we have spoken many times. But have you experienced the illusion for yourself and said that, what an illusion. Like I'm seeing this, what an illusory thing. As I'm doing here, it's happening there. It's so real. It's so real. There's nothing on the screen, but yet it looks so real, so captivating. Am I not captivated by this body there? Or am I just imagining, this is not me, this is not me? No. That doesn't work. If I am aware of the captivating nature of the consciousness, it will captivate. Instantaneously, it can captivate. Unless Yoniso Manasikara, thoughtful reflection comes, and then it will not allow this captivation to happen. Captivation between what and what? Captivation between this and that. This is one extreme and that is another extreme. The connecting point is a consciousness. Craving is the stream stress. It will seem, that means it will connect two clothes and it will stitch it. So basically, the person coming out there is indeed me. And what happens? I am that. He's saying you won't be by that, but I am that. I am that what? I am that on the screen. Then he says, Yatotvam, instead of Malunkyaputta, we'll make it Vilas, or we'll make it me. Tatotvam me, natena. Okay. So, tena is a keyword. Tena means what? Whichever direction you are going. Na tena. But remove the na, tena. Tena. How are you?
Hello, Vilas. Oh, hey, May.
So we were having a nice talk on Malunkyaputta Sutta. You don't have to do anything, you just listen. We are almost like done through it. So
Okay, sure.
whatever best you could understand is fine.
Sure, yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, May shared with me a video and we were discussing a little bit.
Okay. So if this person sitting here, okay, is in that direction, the direction means I'm able to recognize. Instead of natena, it is tena.
Mm.
Because I already recognized. Isn't it true or false? I have.
So you recognize it's Vilas. So
Yeah. So tatotvam, tatotvam me tena. Tatotvam vilas tena. Tatotvam ariyu tena. Na tena. You remove na, not.
Tena is there.
Tena is there. So aren't you feeling the video, what you are seeing is yours? Or do you feel, that's not mine, I don't care who the person is?
well, conventionally that's you. So you kind of say that.
I'm not talking about conventional or real. There is a deep feeling. There is a deep feeling. It's not saying to yourself, this is not mine. It's like forcing myself. I don't think so, it is mine. No, that is struggle. You are adding dukkha over dukkha. Already you have a dukkha. So you are trying to intellectualize, force it, make something, and then say that, it is not me. When I see that, that thought itself shouldn't appear. Not after it appears, I try to do some magical thing on, because it's already magical. So now on that magic, I'm using my intellectual insight, saying that, Vilas, this is not you. Buddha have told you so many times, this is not you. This is not you. This is not you. And that's not going to do anything. Okay, it's not going to do anything, because deep within, I know it is me.
So only an arahant you cut off.
Whether arahant or no arahant. See, that's the reason that Malunkyaputta becomes an arahant, because like in the case of Bahir, he already knew. He just required a small, stone to be hit like this, and he said, got it. Like even in this sutta, Malunkya then explains, when I see the sight and the eyes, there's a dukkha which comes. Now I understand. So I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't be doing that. And what briefly Buddha explains, Malunkyaputta explains in detail. Got the point? See, in fact, if I were you, May, I wouldn't have spoken about this at all. I would have gone to the section which is in detail and come to the section which is in brief. Now we are exactly doing the other way around. We are going to the section which is in brief, thinking that we are at the level of Malunkya, and then trying to see. What's that?
That's very true. I kind of actually understood his explanation, but I thought, is there something else in the topic?
No. See, natena, natatta, all of that is a straightforward way of saying, straightforward. No adding this, six senses, that, all that, you remove it. If somebody were to ask Vilas, how do I go to Auckland? Very simple. Take a fly to Auckland. What? That's all. Yes. Just take a flight to Auckland. Wait, that you said in brief. So let me explain to you what I understood in detail. So from my home, I need to go to the airport. Yes, perfect. And before going to the airport, I need to have the visa. Yes, perfect. Or before getting the visa, I need to apply for the visa. Yes, perfect. And then I need to buy the ticket. Yes, you are right. And then I need to sit in the flight. Yes. And then I have to get down from the flight. Yes. And then I have to walk from that flight to the terminal. Yes. Then I have to take a cab. Yes. Then I have to go to the hotel. Oh, yes. So, I have to do all of this when you say just take the flight to Auckland. So I'm now seeing the dukkha. But if I say just take a flight to Auckland, so simple as it seems, right? So Buddha gives something like that to Malunkyaputta because he has reached a certain level. He doesn't have to be taught Malunkya. How many times have I told you require a visa? It's quite understandable that if you want to fly to some country, you need to have a visa, you need to have a ticket, you need to sit in the flight. So you're not going to ask the question again that tell me step by step. Instead, I will then go back and question my understanding that, what you said, shall I summarize it in this way? That makes sense. So if I were you, I would have gone to the section where the detail is indicated and then come to the summary or to a brief explanation if I were you. But anyway, you wanted that, so I thought, let me take you there only. So let's understand, okay? What he says, Rupam Disva Sati Mutta. Mutta means one who loses it, right? He will lose what he should be seeing out of that. Rupam Disva Sati Mutta. Okay. So now when I see you, is my sati broken? Yes. When I see you, is my sati broken? Yes. If I see myself here, sati is broken. Piyam nimittam manasi karoto. Piyam nimitta, liking. Nimitta is symbol. Manasi, in the mind. Karoto, to do it. Saratta chitto vedeti. Saratta chitto means sara is essence. Sarasa chitto means in the chitta, what I do is I will work out to get a pleasurable sensation. Okay. Tancha ajhosa tittati. Now that creates ajhosa. Ajhosa is attachment. Okay. Then it wouldn't stop there for me. The feeling is there. What feeling? Pleasurable feeling. Tasya vaddhanti vedana aneka rupa sambhava. Different rupa sambhava. Sambhava means happens. Okay. Vaddhanti means to grow. Abhijja cha vihesa cha. Abhijja is excessive liking. Okay. And vihesa. Hesa is disgust. Vihesa is I don't like it. May looks pretty bad today. I don't know whether she had taken a bath or not. She stinks. I can't say to her in front. Or rather, I like her. Oh, what a nice body. I wish I could have touched her. Now, this feeling, either this way or that way, on any object, not only on you, on any object, is what it comes. Chitta.
The translation says cruelty. I thought it was wrong. Like it's not.
It's not anger.
Yeah. It's nothing to do with cruelty.
Chittam suppahanyati. In the chitta, okay, suppahanya, hanya is to cut. So you are in the chitta, it cuts that which it shouldn't be cut. Meaning, you will start to lose what you shouldn't lose and gain something which you shouldn't gain at all. That means you will gain anxiety of losing it. While you were comfortable, that comfort is gone. Got it? So let's say I want to go to San Francisco. Again, same example, we've been talking about it. I'm doing it because Ariu shouldn't forget me to take me to America. That's the reason. After I go and come back from America, I don't care what he thinks. But till I go to America, right, I need to keep on telling him that, look, my dear friend, don't forget me. Okay, I'm all ears and eyes to come and see the San Francisco. Anyway, so that I'm going to lose or I'm going to gain? And the answer is I'm going to lose it. Why? Because I have to again fly back here. Now, Ariu was here in January. He had to unfortunately leave Bangalore, no matter how much he loved it or how much he hated it also. It doesn't matter. Because the chitta, what happens? Chittama supanyati. Supanya. Wherein you will pick up something what you shouldn't pick up. In the chitta. Evam achinto dukkham. Achinto dukkham is to accumulate. Evam me sutam, like evam me sutam, like evam, this. Dukkha. So you keep on collecting dukkha. Ara nibbana uchyati. Keeping nibbana as far as you can. So what he says, dite mattam. So he's saying, if I don't do that, so he says, how would I do it? So he says, saddam, tasavadhanti, gandham, rasam, will go, phasam, dhammam. So, no so rajyati rupesu rupam disva patissato virata chitto vedeti tanchana jhosa titthati yathasa passato rupam sevato chapi vedanam khiyati no pachiyati evam socharati sato evam apa Chinto dukkham santike nibbana uchyati. No so rajyati rupesu. Rajya is finding pleasure. Na so rajyati rupesu. When you stop finding pleasure in the rupa, so then I will put rupam disva patissato. Rupam disva patissato means when you see an object, there is no desire created. Virata chitto vedeti. The chitta is virata. Virata is getting rid of. Chitto vedeti, that feeling. So now when I see May or Ariu or America or Wellington or Auckland or whatever it is called as, there's a feeling. That feeling no longer exists. Yathasa passato rupam sevato chapi vedanam. Even as you see the sight, Sevato chapi vedanam, when you can really feel what it is. Kiyati no pachiyati. Kiyati, kshaya. Kiyati means passing away. No pachiyati, doesn't grasp it. Evam so charati sato. That's how the person charata moves around. Evam apachinato dukkham. So now he is not pachina. Pachina is one who is eating that all the time. Evam apachinato. Pachinato is, if you put it is apachinato. Pachina is the key word. Pachina is to have it as though it is yours. Apachina is not to have it. Apachinato chin dukkham. That is the dukkha, you are not hoarding it. Santike nibbana uchyati. Dure santike. Santike means near. So the nibbana is very near you. It's not gone far away from you. You are in nibbana. How? Dite mattam. Yes.
Now, when you see things mindfully, what's the best way? Is it like the dhatus, or just knowing this is anicca, or a combination, or through the 37 body parts, like to not, the best way to know, or just a combination of all of that, or best way like the dhatus,
We have gone through all of that. Choose the one which makes you feel comfortable. That's all.
Okay.
It's like asking me, pediatric is better, gynecology is better, general physician is better, neurology is better. What is better? Or I want to become a cardiologist. Is that better? What is better?
So everybody's different. That's why, like a lot of the monks, they've got different suttas to enlighten different people.
Exactly. So if you were to ask,
you've got your own method.
Yeah, if you were to ask,
yeah.
I would love gynecology. Why? I can see feminine bodies. But for some other person, stinks, man. I don't think so. I will do that. I love the heart. I want to be I would like to see it through cardiology. Then somebody would say that, you know what, you both are wrong. Radiology is better because, you can see how cancer cells develop and how they die and all that. Another person says that you three are fools, I'm telling you. General physician is the best thing that could be. Another person will say, why can't I become a sexologist? That's even more better. And she says that I think your mind is totally destroyed or distracted. You should do this. So you see, each one is putting away what he thinks is suitable for him or her. If you take medicine, but he's talking about medicine. He's not talking about anything else. But in medicine, you have so many different approaches. I can take arthritis, or I can take whatever I want to take, right? So it doesn't, or dentistry, I can take whatever.
And that's why in the Satipatthana Sutta, there's lots of different methods for mindfulness.
Exactly, yes. Exactly. Right. Because one size fits all doesn't work. Yes, Harry, go ahead.
Yeah, but I was just thinking, because seeing the sutta, I think this perception, like from the Malunkyaputta sutta, I think the perception fades away, right? So it's a process. For me, from now I can see it slowly fades away. So I feel like whatever method it chooses, it should give you that feeling it's working a little bit. That's how I think. If it's not working,
all methods will do that, but it's about sustaining that method for a long time. The basic problem we have, it's not on the method, that we don't want to keep the method.
Yes.
We want to pick the method.
Yeah. I guess my point is, if you keep doing something and it's not working at all, then something is not working. I feel like you should see something working.
No, I'm saying as we go deeper, you should take 6 months before you come to that conclusion that it's not working. I hardly do it for a week, hardly, right? And I get to a conclusion. I don't think it's working. Okay, give me another one. Okay, here it is. Yeah, let me try for 3-4 days. This I don't think so. Give me another one, another one, another one, another one, another one, like that. Why? See, we are not basically going to the root cause. The root cause is the mind doesn't want to stick to something for a long time. It wants something new. Otherwise, boring. See, May is talking about dhatu. I have told her take Pathavi dhatu for a long time. The very next day she asked me, long time means, I said 6 months. 6 months on Pathavi. Because she mastered Pathavi in 5 minutes. Okay, what did she do? She went on internet, found something, intellectually understood, yeah, this skin and that, same. Yeah, the grass is growing here, so the hairs are growing there. What more you expect me to do? You tell me. I have already understood. No, basically not. Can you see this whole body like a clay on which so many things are growing? You are not even asking, grow this, grow that. It's just growing and it's fading away. See, if I could stand naked and see, I never had this many hairs in my life. Okay, it's growing and it's decaying. So it's becoming, some places it is becoming gray, some places it is in brown, and some places it is in pitch dark, pitch black. Okay, if I've been told that having this black hairs means that you're young, brown means you're turning slightly old, and gray means that pigmentation, melanin in that gland is not there, or in that hair follicle is not there, so it's turned gray. But you know what, Vilas, I'm telling you, if you turn so much of gray, it means you're getting old. I'm telling you. How? On what basis? You see old people, right? They will have that. That's what you mean by old. Oh, then I shouldn't have. Then what I do, I see like this. Yeah, the hairs are not gray. Okay, so it's fair, right? Yeah, here some gray here and there, maybe. Yeah, okay. Let me do one thing. Once it grows back, let me put some nice dye on that. Thinking by applying dye, that color comes back. What is gone forever. Nirodha has happened. Do I accept it? It doesn't come back again. The life what we have led will never come back again. Will never come back. Will never means it never comes back. Your children are growing. They will never go back to that state of existence, ever. You can only go see them forward. You cannot see them backward now. And we call that as growth. That is idiotic. It's actually decay. Can I see like that? And then I can see this Pathavi is decaying. This Apo is decaying. The Vayu is decaying. The Tejo is decaying. And everything else is also decaying. That means holding on to it makes no sense. Now I have penetrated into the Dhamma. All this while I was knowing theoretically. Or instead of using theory, I will say intellectually. It's required. I'm not saying we shouldn't have that. Required. But have I stayed on that patvi for 14 hours, 15 hours, 20 hours in a day? Even while sleeping, I should be aware that what is sleeping is patvi, not me. Have I done that? If answer is no, then dhite dhite mattam, sute sute mattam is not for me. Why? Because I am again understanding it very intellectually. Why does he say that way? There should be some deep meaning in that. Okay, how deep you want to go? Skin deep or below the skin? Yes.
I was kind of contemplating it the other day, and then I started seeing the whole thing, as well, the whole body and everything is just like a process, just like just all these like cells, basically. You're not even like, you can't individually say that little cell is me and that little cell is me. Like everything, even the bone, everything is kind of processing. It's like. And then I was trying to think: is that like is that just intellectual? Is that contemplating? I don't know, but that was interesting. I was like, you just thought, oh yeah, that's all. The whole thing is just the whole process, like everything, even your thoughts, the body.
Okay, so let me take some time to explain to you what is practical and what is intellectual, what is theoretical. Becomes easy. Theoretical means understanding what it is really is from the books or from literature or from whatever we are trying to get that, from whatever source. So we open that sutta SN 35 point whatever that number is, so then reading through it and trying to understand in English or whatever language, and whatever we are debating or discussing, all that is part of theoretical. To know. Okay, now that is what it is. Intellectual means actually mentally looking at how it is. Right? So it's like I have learned something. Now I want to see what it really means. What it is. Can I really understand it? So I might take some time, some days, whatever. Now when I say practical, it's putting that very thing in practice. The very intellect in practice. So how do I put it in practice? Is what Malunkya is explaining there. When I am unmindful about the sight, I fall in love with it, I get trapped by it, and my sati is gone. So can I first check whether my sati is good? Now the question comes, how do I improve my sati? Vilas, I want to take dhatu. Okay, good. Excellent. What dhatu should I take? Give me the most toughest dhatu. And I'll say, take space. That's easy. Okay, take it. By the time I finish SPACE, that itself is gone. Why? Because you can't understand space. Then you are in infinite space. If you really happen to work out, then you are in the fifth jhana already. You means I. So don't think that it is for you. Yes, Arya.
Just a slightly unrelated question. This Malunkyaputta, it's what he described is just a different way of describing Indriya Samvara, right?
Yes, it is.
Not making nimitta, not making nanabhinjana. Like basically, if you can remove nimitta when it's arrived, just don't give food to keep on making more nimitta, then you basically did what he described here.
See, ultimately it is indriya samvara. Dhite dhite mattam, sute sute mattam is indriya samvara. So you don't become anything, basically. So he is doing this indriya samvara where by various different ways and explanation. Okay. Now anyway, coming back to this. So now I take space is not tenable. Okay, take the hardest thing then. No, this is the hardest. Take the simplest thing then. Okay, give me simplest. Great. Let's take Patvi. Yeah, that is. Yeah, the whole thing is Patvi. Oh, everywhere Patvi. Now that teacher will say, hey Vilas, I think you never understood. Patvi to understand will take you years. And you are so fast you have understood it. Excellent. Then Vilas will say, yeah, what is there? You tell me, this is Patvi, right? Yes, it's Patvi. You're right. But Patvi as an experience is, you'll go crazy with it. Because you can't recognize anyone. You cannot. Or anything. So, na tatta, na tena, na tatta. Right?
What is tatta different from tena?
Good question. It's like na tena, that one. Na tatta, this one. Nothing like this and that.
So tatta is this, tatta is this.
Tatta is this, tena is that, or this. You can, because in English you don't have too many words to explain what really the essence is, right? So now, tena is something made up of. Let's put it that way. Tatta, you recognize that which is made up of. The very thing what is made up, you take it as to be real. Tatta. I'll give you an example. It becomes easy. What do you think backside is? My bed. Isn't it the bed? Yes? 100%. No doubts. If I were to ask anyone, they will say it's a bed. And Aryu knows it very well because he has slept on the bed. And if I say that's not a bed, and he'll say, I think Vilas, in the morning you're gone crazy. So then this is the bed. Is that the tena or tatta? That is tena.
Tena.
Tena. And you are holding that bed. It is tatta. Right? So you're...
I feel that this consciousness will, if there's no that, then the consciousness does not become the experiencer of that.
Yes.
You can understand that.
Yes. So tatotvam ariyu tena, tatotvam ariyu tatta. Yatotvam ariyu tena, yatotvam ariyu tatta. Okay, you become that. When you become that, tatotvam ariyu ne vidha, it is vidha, na hura, instead of it becomes hura, na ubhayamantare, it becomes ubhayamantare. That means you are there everywhere now. This is my bed.
This is the samsara thing you were talking about.
Yes. So this is my bed, right? Ultimately, it ends up being my bed. And this is my bed in my home. So instead of na vidha, ne vidha, it is vidha. This place, this world. Na hura, it is hura, that world. that world and this world means what? This is my experience and that is that experience, right? Or basically this and that. See, I'm in India, you are in America, she is in New Zealand, right? She is experiencing New Zealand. And she would say yes. That means tatta, tena, both have happened. Because there's an experience. But actually, there is no New Zealand. In fact, the room where she's sitting, there is no Auckland either. Oh, sorry, she's from Wellington. There's no Wellington either.
So when you make a distinction or discrimination, it always comes in pairs.
It pairs.
Because
yes.
You contrast.
Yeah, so she said, I'm going to the office. So let's say she's in a hospital right now, sitting and talking to us. She's actually in a room. She's not in a hospital. Does she feel she's sitting in the room? Or does she feel she's in a hospital? And in the hospital, she's in a room. Does she feel she is in New Zealand and in Wellington and in a hospital in Wellington and then in a room of that hospital? And the answer is, she is feeling that she is in the hospital and she is in New Zealand, she is in Wellington, and she is in the room. So what has happened? The papancha has happened. So the proliferation has happened. That is, after the sight and the seeing, a whole story has happened in the mind. Yes.
So this is the empty Chila Shunyata Sutta. So when you make a manasikara of that, when you hold on to the perception, this is room, then slowly those perception fades away.
Yes. So now
when you add fuel to it, anytime when you add fuel, they again become alive. So you give time. If you stay on the thing, eventually slowly they fade away. These perceptions slowly fade away. Now you look in the mirror, you seem less like yourself, but still a little bit. But if you forget, you again become creating that. Like he said, you can getting further. But either you get this way or you get that way, depending on how mindful it is.
correct. So the practice, yes.
So you're supposed to see it as I'm just coming into a room. A room, that's it, full stop.
What's that?
Correct? So instead of, I'm going to my office in Wellington, in a hospital, whatever, you don't even think that. You just know, I'm just in a room. Or even in a room is not good. In a room is also bad.
Yeah. So you create shunya, voidness. Voidness of what? Voidness of New Zealand. While in the room, there is no New Zealand which is experienced. Yes.
I feel like something that makes sense to me, if I go out, then the mind start making labels, right? And you question that. Is that really the label here? Then the mind drop it off a little bit, right? And if you keep on with that process, the mind get habituated of not bothering with labels, because anyways, you're trying to throw it.
Yeah. So if your sati is increased, sati is good, nothing will happen. So you are basically like what Malunkya puts there. You would be doing the same. Yes.
Sorry, it might be, I'm not trying to sidetrack, but with the Sakaya Ditti, when you're not associating with the five aggregates, is there different levels of, between, let's say, a Sotapanna and a Sakadagami and Anagami and an Arahant? Are there different levels of how do you say? I guess you can't. Can you even say Sakaya Ditti? I mean, is there different levels of it? Obviously, like you said, it's only at an Arahant where they remove the call it mana or the pride or self pride. I guess call it mana. I can't remember. But so is there different levels that you slowly remove at each different levels?
No, it's not like that. So Sakkaya Ditti is different, Mana is different. The Sakkaya Ditti is that I am this body. Is not there. Yep. So what it really means, he has penetrated the 5 aggregates, that's all, as a Sotapanna. Okay, he has understood, yes.
So when you say that he's understood is not the 5, that he's not the 5 aggregates, but is he also penetrated then like Patawi? Like then is he also supposed to, when he says he's not this body, no, he hasn't, no. It's not, he's not supposed to see himself like, oh, there's mud. No.
No, nothing like that. At the Sotapanna, he's a trainee. He's actually a trainee. He's not a senior trainee like an Anagami, but he's just an apprentice. If I could put it in a right way, it's an apprentice. He has understood the Dhamma for himself. But that doesn't mean that he is able to keep it forever. Now, what is understood is that he's penetrated through it. He's understood what should be understood. Oh, you know what? There's nothing like this. That is understood. Now, when he comes to Sakadagami, there's no Sakkaya Ditti any longer. But he has Kamachanda and Vyapada, which he has to bring it down. The interest towards sensual. See, now Sakkaya Ditti is, I am this body. I am. The entire body is I am, is not there. But here he is reducing the interest for sensual experiences. So to that extent, the Vyapada, feeling irritated or agitated, comes down. At an Anagami, there is no sensuality at all. So there is nothing to have a Kamachanda or Vyapada. But in the Arahat, he has become Dite Dite Mattam, Sute Sute Mattam, Mute Mute Mattam, Vinyate Vinyate Mattam. Yes, Aryu.
Yeah, but I guess through Sotapanna to Arahat, this mana is on a gradual decrease.
Mana
right?
is different. I'm again saying mana is different.
Yes, but it's on a gradual. So I guess if I look at my hand, then the feeling of this is mine is slowly going down, right, through this stages.
Mana shouldn't be confused with Sakkaya Ditti. Mana is the vanity, the feeling that I am is mana. I am a Sotapanna. No, I am a Sotapanna is mana. I am a Sakadagami is a mana. I am an Anagami is mana. There is no I am in Arahat. Simple.
So he's got that I am an Anagami, but he doesn't, when you look in the mirror, he's not associating with what he sees that's him, but it's just in his mind. No,
that is not. See, let's take I am an Anagami. So then don't I feel happy that I'm an Anagami, or don't I feel anything of happiness at all? Don't I feel, I should be feeling happy, right? But who is feeling happy? I am. And you tell me, who has escaped death? If you ask this question, what will be the answer? I have. Is that wrong? No, it is not wrong. But there is mana that I need to know. Yes, Aryu.
Yeah, I guess mana is the wrong word, but when I stand in front of the mirror, the feeling of this is my body will slowly decrease.
No, that's what I'm telling you. If you are Sotapanna, when you stand in front of the mirror, there's nothing called grasping of your body. You will see it as 5 aggregates instead of the whole body. That's all what it is as a Sotapanna. Now, let me give some examples. Now I'm taking bath. Fine, no problem. I'm brushing my teeth, no problem. I'm wearing clothes, no problem. But if there is a deeper experience that I have brushed my teeth, I have taken bath, I have changed my dress, that's mana. Got the point? But when I'm seeing like this, I see this is me. That very fact of that object there is me. And it gives me I am. This body. This body is I am. Sakkaya ditti is kaya. The body. Sakkaya ditti is sa means self. Kaya. Body. Ditti, view. I am this body. There is I amness in this body, in the sense, this is my nose, this is my ear, this is my lips, and this is my mustache, this is my hand, this is my leg, and this is that, and this is this. I keep on looking at each part of the body. Oh, okay. Oh, some wrinkles are here. Okay, I need to put something here. Oh, shit. That is Sakkaya Ditti. So you understood. If some of the hairs are getting gray here, there's a gray, then I need to do something. Yes.
But let's say you see, oh, there's a abnormal mole or something. That's not Sakkaya Ditti. If you just say, oh, I need to see the doctor, and it looks like melanoma or something, I better chop it out. That's just looking after the body.
You need to look after your body. That's for sure. It's a maintenance thing. But there's no Sakkaya Ditti there.
Like, oh, my face, oh no, it's going to get ugly now with this mole. That's Sakkaya Ditti.
Yes. Or I look so pretty. I look so handsome. That's what he says, no? Rupam attato samanupassati. Rupam va attanam. So, Rupavanta, meaning I look handsome. Rupavanta, the word Rupavanta, like we use it in Indian languages here. And in Kannada, the language what we speak, that same word is there, Rupavanta. So if anybody gives me that word Rupavanta, I feel, is it? Yeah. Wow. Nice, right? It's a compliment. That is Sakkaya Ditti. It's not Sakkaya Ditti means that something out of the world thing is happened. Yes, it is out of the world because now you're seeing it as 5 aggregates instead of this is me. I'll give some examples. Day before yesterday, 2-3 days back, I think I wore one t-shirt or some shirt and a nice trouser. Instead of nice trouser, let me use the word trouser. I was getting ready for the office in the morning. So my wife said, you look so smart. Okay. Now what should happen to me? You tell me.
So if you had Sakkaya Ditti, you'd be so happy that you look so good today. Whereas if you didn't have Sakkaya Ditti, then you'd just say, well, this is just, the body is just clothed.
No, it's not like that. You will not hurt that other person who said so. You'll say thank you, but you will not take anything. See, while I was going in the metro, let's say a girl is watching me forever. She's not letting go of the sight. And I'm feeling, even I should see her like this, and I'm seeing her. And the moment I see her, she also sees me and she gives me a smile. And then I give a smile. Then she's sitting on the opposite side, and now the next side, it's free, it's empty, vacant. So she just gets up and sits next to me. And she starts with a conversation. So where do you work? And then I'll say, I'm working here, etc., etc. So then she says, you look so handsome. I just wanted to compliment. You are really looking good. I say, thank you. And at my station, I get down. So then what happened is that my wife was saying that I look good. And this girl is also saying I look good. The whole day, my thoughts about how good I am. That is Puttujana. He has never seen what that good means for himself. So now I take it to be real. Okay? And a little bit of paunch comes here on my stomach. And my wife says now that everything you look young, but except for this pot belly, it looks really odd now. Yeah, even I am thinking, I think I'll go to the gym. I mean, she says, what gym? Early in the morning you go to the office, so where the gym? Yeah, there's a gym in my office, so I'll carry my towel, I'll carry my gym dress, and I work out. And after working out, I keep on checking the scale. What's the weight? And then my tummy, the trimming, right? And then I start wearing tight dresses to see whether the tummy is trimmed or not. And I'm very happy that my waist size is now, say, 30. It used to be 36, and now it is 30. Shouldn't I feel happy about it? And the answer is yes. And then I have Sakkayaditi. Yes, I do.
So does that mean that Sotapanna should not be a hint of concern with the look at all?
He wouldn't be. He will be caring for his body. That is separate thing. But he's not concerned about the look, how he looks. He looks ugly. He looks handsome. Or she looks gorgeous. She looks beauty. She looks ugly. She looks tanned. She looks white. She looks brown. She looks whatever she looks. She looks fat. Because there is no she in the look. Yes.
Not even a hint of it.
No, it wouldn't be. Why? Because he's penetrated like it has a 5 aggregates rather than the whole, looking at it as a whole. He's seeing it as a 5 aggregates.
But I think previously you said the 5 aggregate is, you decoupled it, right? You decoupled.
Which is what it means. He has seen the body consisting of 5 aggregate. Whether at present it is coupled.
Yeah.
Now you have got decoupled by that. Meaning you are not taking that as ghana sanya. What is ghana sanya? Means it is completely filled up. Meaning solidified.
Yes, but my understanding of what you said is even if you decouple the 5, still for each of the 5 you may have some, you take as mine.
See, you are confusing that with mana. Mana will remain. 5 aggregates will be there till Arahat. So that is separate. Have you penetrated 5 aggregates? And that is Sotapanna. Yes. Yes, May. Go ahead.
I guess, like in the past, you will brush your hair and you dress nicely and, you might want to put some lipstick or some eye things. And I mean, I don't know, nowadays I just know that there's some hair and ideally I'd shave it off, but just for my children's sake, I have to keep this hair just in case. But Otherwise, you just have to look tidy and clean and dress the body, but then you're not, you don't really care about makeup or how to look for anybody. That's the so you're not worried about how you're looking and that you need to look, pretty or whatever. That's the I guess that's a slight difference, isn't it? Like with Sakkaya Ditthi, if you cared about how you look or how people are going to think, that would be Sakkaya Ditthi. Because you are.
Yeah, I got it. So let me explain to you in another way, easy understanding way. So yesterday, while coming back from my work, again in the same train, metro train, then there was one lady sitting next to me, there's another lady sitting next to her. And after a few stations, she felt she needs to open her purse and took out the lipstick. She had already put on the lipstick. There was no need for another coat of lipstick, but she was feeling uncomfortable that maybe her lipstick would have gone due to sweat or something, and then she's putting it. So then she's looking at a friend, and her friend said, yeah, it looks good. So then, and that's a typical Sakkaya Ditthi. Meaning, you are concerned about every part, how it should look. It's not that you shouldn't keep it tidy. See, it's not that question. It's like foolishness. They're saying that, and then I should put my hairs in this way, and I will not do anything. I'll not shave. I will not do that. I'll not brush. That's an extreme, right? It's not what we are talking. Or what is Buddha talking? Not I am talking. What's Buddha talking? It's not like that. You, whatever you call as you, take this body as yours, now have penetrated Dhamma, where you are seeing that it is only 5 aggregates. That's Sotapanna. That's all. It's not about how deep has he understood the 5 aggregates. Because Panchupadana Kanda Dukkha, the Dukkha will go only in Arahat. So it's nothing like, he's understood this means the whole Dukkha is gone. But he knows that holding on to this body is dukkha, right? And that's all what the Sakkaya Ditthi is. Yes?
I guess from my personal experience, like I certainly, compared to many years ago or whatever, care much less about how I look overall and all that. If I see it here and there, there's much less of a feeling of concern. But I cannot say that sometime if I come to the awesome. So sometime if I come in front of a camera, I will still, try to make sure the hair look good.
No, that is okay. See, Aryu, you are going into too much of a detail of it. It's not even May is acting like that. No, it's not like how you dress or how you should keep your hair or whatever. See, keeping a hair in a proper way is not Sakkaya Ditthi.
But I'm concerned with the look. That means Sakkaya Ditthi.
It's coming to your face, so you're just moving it, right?
No. I mean the look in camera. Let's say it's completely like if I look like this, I feel like I want to do this.
No, you're comfortable. See, there are two. I don't know how to explain to you. It's like if you have made it as a habit. It's just a habit. Out of habit, you're doing it. You have not concerned about it. But if you're really concerned about it, you're really concerned means you get so worked up and so agitated, so tensed about it, and then that is Sakkaya Ditthi.
That wouldn't, but I mean, how do you measure a little bit with more? I mean,
that measurement you should have it, not I can do it. It's like, do you understand 5 aggregates? And if you have understood 5 aggregates, what it is, then you have come out of Sakkaya Ditthi. If you have not even understood 5 aggregates, meaning you have understood it theoretically, but you have never had an experience of 5 aggregates, then it's a different story altogether. Okay, now, before I answer you, May, so let me finish with him, is that when you're making up your hair, do you see it as a dukkha, or do you see, I need to look good in front of the camera? If I am looking at a dukkha, that means I've already penetrated it. So there's nothing like I'm enjoying it. It is a thing I need to do. It's a thing I need to do. It is dukkha dukkha, and it is sankhara dukkha, and it is viparinama dukkha also in the same time. No matter how many times I keep the hair, it again goes something, again I have to make it, again it becomes something, and again I have to make it, and again I have to become something, but that's all I need to do. Just like I brushed my teeth in the morning, again in the night I need to brush it, again in the morning I have brushed it, and again in the night I need to do it, again I have to go to the urination, and again I have to go to the feces, again urination, this and that, again I have to eat, and again I have to eat, again I have to eat, again I have to eat. So this is a painful thing. It is a pain. Basically I am multiplying pain, nothing else. So the 5 aggregates are the dukkha. If I'm seeing like that for myself, it means I've penetrated the Dhamma. If not, meaning I'm very much concerned about how this skin is looking. Hi! So how this skin is looking. So then I have a problem. Anyway, it is beyond 10:16, so let me get to work. Yes?
Yeah.
Last question from May.
Sorry, really quick question. Then I was just listening to something about jhanas. I read somewhere, or maybe I heard something, that it said you need to get to 4th jhana to attain anagami.
Leave all that for time being. Don't add so many variations.
Just do the basics. Just do the basics first.
Just forget all of that. Okay. First, foremost, can you see this body as 5 aggregates, or can you see this as a compact one? Ghana Sanya is compact. It just gives you a compact feel. It is compacted. It is mine and it is compacted. Okay. First thing that you need to see. It is not compacted, great. If it is compacted, then I need to do something about it. Wow. Okay. So I need to see whether it is compacted or not. First things first. It's not about making up your hair or brushing or this and that and putting a foundation or a cold cream if it is cold, or a sunscreen if you are burning. That is stupidity. Don't do that. It's like, my teeth, this one is chapped, my lips are chapped, and then I will say, let it bleed. It is Sakkaya Ditthi otherwise, so I will not apply anything. Yes?
So if you have any essence of, I would look pretty if I did this, then that's Sakkaya Ditthi.
Exactly.
Okay. If there is no essence of, I would look pretty, it's just like, my hair's in the way, like I can't see, or I do need to look neat. That's nothing to do with Sakkaya Ditthi. I need to look,
See, it's like this. You're going to work, you have to be well groomed. That's all. So you're basically adhering to the worldly conventions, right? That's all. See, I'm going to the office, so that can I go nude for a change? Because Sakkaya Ditthi, right? If I wear something and go, then I'm beautifying myself. So today I decide I will take the train nude. Why? I can do that, right? And then I go to the office. You think they will allow me into the office in the first place? They would dial an ambulance and they say that take him to the hospital. I think he's gone mad. Our employee has gone mad. First they will do is to cover me up with some clothing. And I protest. No, you don't understand. I'm a follower of Buddha. I'm seeing it as 5 aggregates. This is 5 aggregates. This is not a body. Yes, even I need to drop. So that's not we are talking about. What we are talking about is conventions are conventions, norms are norms. That we will keep it. But what is that internally I'm feeling about the body? That has to be worked. It's like somebody asking, should I use an Indian style toilet or a Western style toilet? but what activity you're going to do is the same. Whether it's Indian or Western, it doesn't matter. Right? Same thing. There's no difference. So it's not the type what you're talking about, it is like what you feel about the body. You feel it is mine, this is my beautiful body. And if yes, it is Sotapanna, it's not Sotapanna, yes.
Last question. If that person thought, oh, that person looks pretty, is that still Sakaya Ditti? No. Yes.
Which person feels whom? If you feel.
No, okay, let's say, yeah, it's a this person who thinks they're Sotapanna, if they think, oh, that person looks pretty, is that...
It is Kamachanda. It's Kamachanda. It is covering him up.
That's just desire.
So it's a sense desire. Because all Sotapanna have a high degree of sense enjoyment.
Okay, so you can still see some, yeah. Okay.
So they will not see everything as 5 aggregates. They will only let go of seeing themselves as 5 aggregate, but on the other side, they cannot do it. Okay.
All right. Thank you.